Welcome back to We Got Gravy. This is our Spotlight edition. We visited Heim Farms and Rowdy Red Ranch today. This one was special. Getting an inside look at the day-to-day life of the Heim family was something I'll always remember. This place was beautiful. Couldn't help to feel this sort of peace here. Natalie and her daughters took us around the land, showing us their animals, while her husband and son were out harvesting the wheat. Me and my boys were just soaking in this experience, listening to the story of the Heim family. This farm has been in Matthew's family for 6 generations. It's the foundation and the heartbeat not only to their family, but to so many of us who rely on farmers to bring us goods. You could feel the passion they had and true love for the land, animals, and what they do every day. Everywhere you look is just a moment you wish you could freeze in time. It was easy to get lost in these beautiful views around here. The land, the gorgeous skies, they demand you to slow down a bit and take it all in. The cattle are active out here. They come running when they hear Natalie's special call. They know it's treat time. These gentle giants are in good hands. They eat well, they get treated with respect and love. You just get a different appreciation for the hard work and dedication it takes to operate this much land. This is Dorothy. She wasn't camera shy at all. She was curious with us. They all kind of were. We took a moment to hand feed some of them. They just seemed like they were big old dogs. They all just kind of roam around in packs, feeding off the land. And it's up to this family to maintain the health and well-being of over 200 cattle. From food to new calves to good water, it's just an all-around good environment. As you can see, some of these animals, they like to just get together and check out the humans that are bringing them food. Before I edited this video, I ended up seeing a post from Natalie on her Facebook page. Last night after we had left the farm, they ended up having a fire out in the fields. One of the combine's bearings got really overheated and ended up starting a fire. Natalie and her family survived pretty well. She said they only lost about 10 acres. It just goes to show you how precious this can be. This family's dedication can be changed and everything can go upside down just in a matter of time. Their spirits and energy was still so positive. It was kind of brilliant to see as I was talking to her this morning. We're going to get into this interview here, but I just wanted to give you a moment to see what they went through yesterday. Hey, I'm Josh, so welcome back to We Got Gravy. Today on our Spotlight, we're out here at Rowdy Red Ranch. I'm with Natalie, the Heim Farms. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome. I actually met Natalie out at one of the farmers markets. We actually bought some of her skirt steak. I cannot tell you, if you haven't seen the video, go find my video and watch that. Their skirt steak was phenomenal. I'm talking top tier. That was a great experience myself. So you travel around to the farmer markets and kind of sell some of your beef, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, in October was the very first time we started selling it by the piece. For the last couple of years, we have sold it by the quarter, half, and whole. But we found that a lot of people, they don't have the freezer space. It's a big investment. So we started offering it by the piece. So I was a teacher and principal for 13 years. And then in 2022, we decided that I was ready to be done with that part of my life. And so I know I needed something else to kind of diversify our operation. So that's when we decided to really start researching and starting to feed these animals out in a really great way to make a really good product. And so October of last year was our first time to ever offer it by the piece. March was my very first debut. We went to the Homesteading Expo in March of this year.
So this is a little new.
This is pretty new.
Okay.
We're pretty new.
Okay. That's a good start, I'd say.
Yes, and I applied to probably 5 or 6 farmers markets. I was accepted into the Edmond farmers market once a month.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and so that was my very first one. Then I found out about the Rowdy Stick Horse. And so the weeks I'm not in Edmond, I'm at the Rowdy Stick Horse.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're fairly new, but we are it's really taken off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I just met her husband, Matthew. We've been out here kind of touring some of the property and checking out the cows, and we learned the difference between, don't make fun of me because I'm a city boy, but we learned the difference between the heifer and the cow, right? Yeah, heifer and the cow. And then we saw some of the bulls. We actually saw them get a little feed. I did a little feeding. Boy, their tongue is not what I was expecting. That thing's like sandpaper. But anyway, yeah, it was really cool, man. It's beautiful out here. It's been a great time. So now Matthew does more of the farming and you're doing more of the ranching.
Yes.
right?
So my job is to make sure we have to keep cattle records. I make sure they have their vaccinations when they need it. When we call it working, when you work your cattle, we run them through the chute. We have them preg checked by our vet. We make sure they're dewormed, all their good things. And so
Awesome.
that's my side of the operation. His side is to manage the farming side. So really, he helps me, I help him. I run combines. He helps me catch and work cattle. So it just all it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, a little yin and yang.
Yeah,
feeding off each
and
other.
he's
I like it.
Truly, he's taught me everything I know.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great. You know, speaking with Matthew, he's kind of one of those. He's one of those guys you'd expect. You know, just seems like a good, wholesome dude, and he's out here, you know, chasing this dream. And I got to be honest, until you get out here and you hear some of the things they talk about and some of their story, this is a tough life. It's beautiful, but I think everyone has this idea. It's like you know, kind of like the Yellowstone. It's this big rewarding,
Yeah.
you know, and it's your reward is you're working 12 to 15 to 18 hours a day, and the ranch don't stop just because it's the weekend.
No.
You know,
What's a weekend?
Yeah. Yeah, so this has been really great. I've really enjoyed, actually, last night we made steaky enchiladas with your beef, and then we had Ruby from El Munchies. She made us up some homemade corn tortillas. Oh boy, it was delicious. We got down on that. We're actually going to be meeting up with you tomorrow at the farmer's market. Now, you should follow their page so you can see when they're going to the farmer's market, because I got to be honest to you, their beef, boy, it's spectacular. I'm enjoying going with the less popular cuts right now. But I'm gonna get into some of them ribeyes for all you people that think those are the best. I'm gonna probably do a skirt steak to ribeye comparison, see what people think.
And one of our missions here, I'm very passionate about trying to make sure that everybody can afford the best for their family.
Your prices are pretty good.
We really, I'm very, very cognizant on how much we charge. I want to make sure that, you know, maybe you don't afford the ribeye, but you can afford the skirt steak or a pound of ground beef.
Yeah.
I just really am trying to. I would rather move more product than price it at such a high point.
I think that's what works great with what I'm doing and kind of with what you're doing, because my channel, we're trying to cook for a little bit cheaper and show you guys that you can go out to eat and there's a convenience there, but you're going to probably pay double of what you could have made at home, and you'll have leftovers. So that's something that we really enjoy doing over here at We Got Gravy. So I'm going to ask you one last question.
Okay.
And this is a big one.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing about ranching?
Wow. Just the lifestyle in general, not answering to anybody but ourselves, you know, and some days that's a hard thing to answer to. Some days it's, you've got great days where you have new baby calves on the ground, and then, you know, some days you lose one. Some days you have the hail come through and it ruins the crop. We've lost several hundred acres of wheat this year due to hail. Those are the hard days, but being able to wake up every day with the love of my life and my wonderful kids and doing what we do and knowing what we do makes a difference, not just to us, but to people out there. That's what makes it worthwhile. That's my favorite part.
That's a great answer. And I got to be honest, the views around here are spectacular. I think over there in Enid, I'm just so used to everything being flat. Coming from Arizona, where I'm used to, you know, 7,000 foot mountains. It's nice out here. It's wavy. It's got some terrain, and it's beautiful. Boy, you can see the horizon. All right, well, that's Natalie with Rowdy Red Ranch, where We Got Gravy. We had a great time out here. We're going to check out a couple other things. We're actually going to ask some of our kids a couple questions. We are with Adeline. We're going to ask her a couple questions. This is Natalie's daughter. So, what would you say your favorite thing is about working on the ranch?
Well, I like being out in this area and with my family and around animals that I like.
What's your favorite animal?
Horse.
The horse.
And then cows.
Then cows. All right. Those are two important animals. Where do you see yourself in the future? You're going to be a farmer, or what are you going to do?
I don't know. I thought about maybe cosmetology.
Okay. Well, these horses, they need to get haircuts and, you know, their hair washed. And you might be able to incorporate that. All right. Now we're here with Lillian, and we got a couple questions for her. What's your favorite part about working on the ranch?
Well, it's kind of a ranch and a farm, and my two favorite things, well, I love driving the tractor out in the field and being with my family, because especially this year, everybody in the family is getting to learn to do something, because we're kind of short on hired hands, so it's just kind of a family cooperation this year. And about ranching, I love riding my horse and just being out here in this environment. It's a very big blessing.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you said you're trying to hire some hands. You doing the interview process?
Oh, no.
Okay, you just do the firing.
I could.
Listen, guys, this is Rowdy Red Ranch. This is a great family. We've had a blast out here. My family to yours. I want you guys to check out Natalie and Rowdy Red Ranch. They got some beautiful steaks for you. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.